giving an update about my surgery. I know it's been a while. It has really been a slow journey, but I really think I'm getting there. It's been a real painful process. A lot of pain, a lot of therapy, but a lot of, I don't know, it's just a lot going on, and I'm at the point where they're starting to do injections for pain. The neurologist who actually, not the neurologist, the neurosurgeon who actually did the surgery, he has signed off on actually looking after me. Because, the scar, let me set up. The scar is actually, clear. You can't see it no more, which is good. And the MRIs and everything comes up, clear, and I healed very well. And, he said that that it can't there if I have an impact again, there's no way that it could come undone. So everything looks good on his end. But from everything I've been doing over the years to make it, all the pain that I suffered, in a nutshell, they have to find the nerve where it's causing all the pain. So a lot of the pain that I have is coming from my neck, my back, and my left side. And I started thinking, like, why my left side and not my right side? And I started thinking, like, I am really, really dependent on my left side. Like, I never really thought of it until all of this happened. Like, I started thinking way back to, like, the first job of when I started really using my left side. Like, I was in the ATM department. I used to work for First Chicago Bank in the ATM department, and we used to actually encode ATM stuff. And I would use my right hand to code, but to encode the checks, we had to actually encode the checks into the system. So I had to use my left hand to do that, and that was a lot of repetition. And ever since then, I've been doing repetition ever since I was 15, 16. That was my first job, was Jewel. So I've been doing repetition ever since 16. I think I became a cashier. I got the job when I was 15. I think I've been doing cashiering since I was like 16. So I've been doing repetitions like 25 years. That's all I know. So yeah, I basically, that's all I know. And then I sleep on my left side. I carry a lot of things on my left side. And then the icing that, that will basically what happened, I think, is when I was doing all the repetition, I got into a car accident in 2001. That was the impact that happened. And then from there, I started seeing a lot of chiropractors, and I was having a lot of headaches, and they couldn't. I was just, chiropractors were just cracking me, and then it just took a toll on me from doing all the repetition, and plus my last job, I was doing a lot of repetition, but I was answering a phone, and every time I answered a phone, I would answer it like this. So that right there, I think, is what it caused. It was enough. Enough was enough, and then it finally took its toll, and it gave in. And I think that's what finally did it, was that last job I had. So it just made me think of a lot of things. Like, man, I really didn't know I used my left side that much. And now that I can't lift a lot, I see how much I really do. And when I sleep, it's really hard because now I know that my left side was the side that I slept on. So a lot of nights I don't get a lot of sleep because my left side was the side that I slept on. So when I figure out, when I go to sleep, I'm like, oh my God, this was the side I sleep on. It hurts. And so I try to roll on my back. I'm not comfortable on my back because that's not how I sleep. So I try to go on my right side and I'm like, oh my God, this is not the side that I'm comfortable on either. So I feel myself going back to the left side and then the cycle starts again. And of course, by that time, the cycle keeps going and I don't get any sleep. So, yeah. So, what happened so far is with the pain, they started the first injection. They started like right here and they gave it a month and we did therapy. It didn't work. So, then if you can see this little bruise right here, just Monday, they went in with a machine to see actually where the joint was. And then so the doctor went in and kind of numbed the joint and actually went in to see where the joint was and went in with the needle precisely in the joint so he can get in precisely in the joint with the cortisone too. And to get the cortisone shot in there. And we're doing a therapy too. And they said I'm supposed to wait a week to give it to see if to give it to see if it's gonna work. My thoughts. I asked PT today because I was I had a rough day yesterday because I think I overdid it. At this point, it's Thursday. We did the shot on Monday. Do I think it worked? They're trying to be optimistic. I'm a realist. I don't think it worked. I'm at this point in my life, I think I really did a lot of damage to my body with the repetition. And I'm just gonna keep it real. I really think I messed up my left side. I really think I did some damage to my left side, and I don't. And everybody says I'm really not gonna be the same. Once they figure out where this nerve is, I'm really not gonna be the same, and I've accepted that. So the next step, which he didn't seem when we talked about it, he wanted to go ahead and just do the where they go in and do an incision and go in and clean out the scar tissue, but I'm I'm mentally not ready for that, but I knew it was going to happen cuz I'm tired of like surgery after, surgery. I know it's not a big surgery, but when you had this big surgery that I had and then you're talking about another surgery, it kind of just I'm not ready for it, but mentally I have to get ready for it again. It's not a big one like this. They're just going to go in and surgically make a decision, I guess, and go in and clean the scar out, clean the scar tissue out. And then I'm going to be in a sling for about 2 months. And then because you have to have the arm like not move. And then once that heals, then they start the therapy because my range of motion is like really bad. Well, the chiropractor said it pretty moved one way pretty good. I think he tried to move it one way he did try to move it, but and it worked pretty good. But the other ways I could tell I wouldn't relax, and he was shaking my hand to make it go, to make me relax. But do I feel that it's going to happen? I really do think it's going to happen with the incision part because yesterday I was really uncomfortable and I was in a lot of pain, and the PT really did a lot of work on me. She said I was really tight and I'm having a lot of pain and still in my back and my neck and as well as my shoulder still. And it's Thursday. I mean, it's only what, 2, 3 days away from Monday. I mean, we're halfway through the week here, and I'm still not feeling where I'm supposed to be after the shot. So I'm pretty sure it's not going to work by now. It is what it is. I'm trying to be optimistic. I'm trying to be optimistic, but again, I'm just being real about it. So that's where I am on a shot. Um, yeah, so like I said, it's a long journey. I'm trying to get through it. And I'm not gonna lie and say that I'm getting through it with bells on. I'm struggling with the reality that I wasn't supposed to be walking. So, yeah, I am currently seeking a therapist. Well, I already am. I just started seeing a therapist because it's really hard for me to cope that this led to the point I let it get so bad that I baffled the doc. Put it like this, I baffled the doctors because I remember when I came in and they did the MRI, I can see them whispering, and I remember their eyes were huge. I remember one of the chiropractors, her eyes, the one who examined me, when she saw the MRIs, her eyes were big. I remember, and she looked at me, and I still don't I didn't know at the time why, but now looking back, she was stunned that I walked in there when I wasn't supposed to be. I was not supposed to be walking. And I can't understand. I can't cope with that. It's hard to realize that I let it get that bad. And so I'm trying to deal with the fact that why this is like taking, it's mentally taken a toll on me because it's taken so long for me to get me back. I'm so used to doing everything. I worked hard all my life. And this is I know a lot of people work hard all their life, and I know, but I think I just didn't. I guess I didn't take care of myself, and this is the recourse for it is I'm like dealing with the recourse of a hardworking person, and so now I'm trying to cut back on things that I can't do. Like I have to depend on people, and I can't do that. And it's hard for me to do that. It's hard for me to depend on people when I always did for myself. And you might call me stupid, but you don't understand. Maybe people do, but it's just how I am. I'm not used to. It's just I don't know. Maybe people understand, maybe they don't. But for me, I'm just having a coping issue, I guess. But I have to say one thing is I've been off for 8 months. I've been recovering for 7 months, and I have to say the rest has been really good. The stress is different. I don't have to worry about coming in dealing with the drama and the mess I had to deal with at work. But on the flip, I have to deal with insurance. I have to deal with all that bullshit. I have to deal with drama at that kind of shit. I took one stress and turn, got another stress because it's almost daily I have to deal with doctors, insurance, disability. I swear, it's another stress. I picked up another stress I traded in another stress for another stress. So until I get all that until I get all that worked out, I don't know what it feels like to be complete not well, I don't think I'll never be completely stress free. Just a breather. I just need a breather. I don't have to deal with people's crap. That's what I want. I don't want to deal with people's crap. I don't want to deal with a doctor. I don't want to deal with insurance. I just want to deal with my stuff. Can I have that for once? Oh, but I'm getting there. I'm getting there. Taking it one day at a time.